At the end of the day, as the economy grows, as population grows, people are going to use more energy. There will be more CO2 emitted. I mean, CO2 is never going to go. I mean, maybe it can get in some future world near zero. I don't know if that'll get there. But to your point, there's going to be a lot of cross disciplinary needs at the employee level. And so for people that are struggling to think about how, what they're going to be, what their career is going to look like or where they're going to fit in, I mean, just know that whatever the type of energy is, it's going to need talented technical professionals to help push that forward. And so, I've seen a lot lately in the LinkedIn space around like geothermal, for example, people saying this is like, we need these oil and gas professionals for this stuff, and for the things you're talking about. It's just people get so caught up in, hey, they're attacking oil and gas, which is attacking my livelihood. And at some level, yeah, that's true. But there is a place where I think a lot of these jobs and skill sets can translate into the new energy transition economy.
Totally. And that's why if you're coming out of school right now and you're a petroleum engineer or a geoscientist, like you have a tremendous pathway still ahead of you. I know it probably doesn't seem like that today in the job market, but to me, those skill sets are critical because you use the analogy, 30,000 feet in the air, for jet turbines and airplanes, it's pretty much the same everywhere around the world, maybe a little bit more ice or a little bit more sand, but the environment, the atmosphere is the same at that height, that altitude. 30,000 feet, 20,000 feet below the ground, every place, it is so, heterogeneous. It is so different. And that's where, take the Northern Lights project in Equinor and North Sea. Like they know that subsurface because it's theirs, right? It's their rock, it's their space. You're going to see more CO2 be injected into those assets and the project as it develops. But think of every basin. I mean, that's what, obviously we're advocates for good, prudent laws and regulations, so not herky-jerky too fast, but ultimately it's going to be a tremendous potential for, most of the big CO2 emissions are at power plants which were located near water because of the cooling, and therefore, or by transmission, where they're not necessarily sitting on top of the best reservoir. So you're going to have ways to lay pipe and to be able to manage that ecosystem, the inverse of how we've exploited oil and gas the past 100 years. So to me, it is something that I think will get more publicity and more focus, but it brings us great encouragement, both personally for anybody in the career, but also just it's a great space to be in.